Danny's turn for a bit of attention today. What we're going to do, it's a beautiful day, so I might as well get it done now, and I'll have to check it again closer. Got a big run coming up, and in here, just under them seats there, I can get to the top of the suspension arms. There's an arm suspension in here, a damper should I say, because it transfers leaf springs with a damper, but I can get to the top and check the oil levels. I do it every year, and I think I need to do it now. And at the front you just have to turn the wheels around. That's a bit more awkward, but let's start with the back. So let's make sure we can open the doors. Yeah, we can. And there's, I'd have been looking for that. Yeah, hello. Right, we'll get everything out. Bring you back in a minute. Put the seats out, that's easy enough. Put these over here. Whilst the seats out, it's a good opportunity to have a look underneath what's going on. Let's have a look. Well, it don't look too bad, does it? Horsehair, I think it's got in that. This is the original. Now, it's not very often you get to see a 72-year-old seat off a Ford Prefect from underneath. And as you can see, all the suspension, a lot of the suspension on these cars was in the seats. And you can tell that by these big springs. Massive. And they were there to absorb the suspension as you're driving along. There's a little ticket down there. Can you see that? Have a look. Can you see that ticket? I wonder what that says. Should we have a look, see if I can find out? Let's try and do this without wrecking it, so I don't want to get it all dirty. There's a ticket there, but I can't get at it. It's just probably a label. May have a date on it, but I know the date obviously because I know the year of the car, and I've got the original logbook. In fact, I'll have to dig that out and show you. I'll do that in a bit. I can find it. Got it stored somewhere. But anyway, that looks lovely. The back of that seat looks fantastic underneath. So that's good. That's in good condition. All's good there. So that little design there is out, bent down to accommodate a bit more suspension on both sides. That is a bit more technical. It's a bit more technical than you think. I know what that is. That's when it's had a seat cover on it. Anyway, we haven't come here to do that, have we? Look at that. It's all over the bloody seat. That's Alfie scratching it there. Oh, she's old, so you can't wrap him in cotton wool. Now, over here, under here, this is my bit of soundproofing. I'll move that there, and I know what that is. Wedding cars. I used to use it for weddings, but I'm not doing them anymore, so I don't need that. Pull this one back. I'll do one side at a time. Right, that plate's got to come off. Right then, here we are. Now there's going to be some experts that say, hey, you should do this. But I just want to remind everybody, I'm not an expert, and this is how I do it. And I've been doing this since 1987. And we're still here. So, right, I'm going to leave that one on. I'll just loosen it, so I'll undo this. Oh, undo this one. These are the original. Okay, there we are. There she is in all her glory. You can see the arm trailing off there. Just at the back. I've checked all that underneath, that's all fine. And what I'm going to do, we'll take this off. We'll take the nut off, let's put you down. You can still see there. And some people will say, well, you should have the jacked up to take the tension off it, but you know what? They're probably right. I don't know, I don't think it makes any difference. They tend to leak anyway. Right, now this was done last year, so bring you in. Can you see that? That looks topped up to me. Let's have a go. Yep. Yeah, that's at the top. Lovely. So that's holding, that is, that's good. I know one of them does tend to leak a little bit, but that one's holding, so that's fine. I'll tell you what I'll do. While I'm here, while I've got it all here, let's top him up a bit. And I'll tell you what I use. Engine oil. See, it's right to the top, that is, that's fine. Just a bit of engine oil I use, and I suppose someone else will say, you're not supposed to use just engine oil, mate. Well, it works, that's all I can tell you. You know, for what it is, it works. Okay, right, I'm going to put a top on that and bring you back. Do it by hand first and then just give them a nip. I'm going to go mad. That's fine. I'm going to leave that at that. And what I'll do, I'll put that back together, and I'll bring you back when we have a look at the one over there, over that side. Okay, this is the other side, obviously. We've done that side over there. Now this is the other side. Now have a look in there. Can you focus? Come on, focus. Sorry, I don't know if you can see in there, but have a look. Here you go. Well, anyway, let's have a look. Yeah, that's dry. So I'll top this one up with oil. I did say one of them was leaking. It ain't done too bad since last year, so I'm going to give this a top up. I know it leaks, but it does hold, but it only leaks slowly. And we're all the way around to do that, and it's changed the seals and stuff. And for what it is, you know. Oh, thank you very much, sir. Sorry? Oh, yes, it is, mate. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you. Oh, no. Right, okay. Can you see that overflowing now? Only took a bit. And, it didn't take much at all, that didn't. But that's topped up now. And that'll stay topped up for the duration of the journey and such, because I do periodically check it, and that's taken a year to drain out, that has. So, but that's up, and we'll check the front now. That'll be a bit more awkward, but let's have a go. Let's put this back together. Crudely made plates, but they're from the factory, them are. They didn't muck about, did they, in the 50s? Right then, put this back. I'll put the seats back in. Let's have a look. Put my tools away, put the seats back in, and don't forget, I left my glasses there, because I'm going to be looking for them in a second. Right, back in a minute. Okay, seats are in, easy enough to do, just one of them routine maintenance jobs you have to keep your eye on. I know that, as I say, I know that one leaks over there, but one day I'll sort that out. I'll put the covers back on, and then I'll show you the front as much as I can. But we've got to get it. It's under here, that is. Look at that flapping in the wind. Okay, so we've got to take the wheel off, but good opportunity now to have a feel of the bearings. They feel lovely, actually. See if they're making any noise. Nah, that's quiet, that is. No rumbling. What you can hear is the brake shoes catching a little bit because they've been adjusted. So, wheel off. Sorted. We've had a look in here now. Now we can see the top of the suspension. There's your arm. They've got a proper name, but I can't remember what they're called. Leg irons. I don't know. Anyway, let's get this off. That one looks fine to me. I don't know if you can see the top of that in there, but I'll just give it a little squirt, and it didn't want any, to be honest with you, so that one's good. So that was a waste of time, but you've got to check these things. We're on the other side. Let's give this wheel a spin. Nothing there, no movement, no nothing. Bit of wind blowing up. Come on. Oh, go away, car. Every time I do this. But anyway, I can hear there's nothing. I missed this side, because we did, on one of the journeys we was on, we blew the outer wheel bearing. But we fixed it, it's been fine since. So, right. Let's have a check on this suspension arm. Here's a little tip for you. Always put your nuts on a tray or something, anything off the ground, not on the ground, even though this is fairly clean here. Mr. Hobnut, are you listening? I've seen you do it, mister. Chuck them on the floor. If you never do that, you're only going to pick up dirt and grease and have it going into your threads. Now, anybody know what this is? This pipe, right? I bet a lot of people in the owners club don't know what that is. Now, I'll tell you what it is. It goes from under here somewhere. See that little hole there where it drains? Can you see it? Right. It drains through there, and they used to put a tube in there. Obviously over the years they've rot, but I've reconnected mine up. When it was all stripped down, you can get at that, and you put it on, shove it up, and it runs down here. Can't remember which way, either that way or this way, and drains underneath. And that's been on there since the last rebuild. So that's lasting well, and it's the same on the other side as well. And here's the job we're here to do today. So let's get that off and have a look at what surprises we've got in there for us. Right. Okay, I don't know if you can see in there, but there's no surprises. Have a look. No surprises in there for us. You know, I put a squirt in, but it just overflowed as soon as I tried it. So that's holding great. As I say, these were done last year. So the only one we got a slight problem with is the offside, near side rear. And I can cope with that. Just keep on top of it. So one day I'll replace it. But the bearings are good here as well. So good, lovely. Right then, next, let's put it back together. Okay, all back together. Let's go around the block, take it for a quick spin. Lovely weather. I'll tell you what I do need though. I need a new set of tyres for Annie. Right then, I'm going to ask on the owners club page. How much? What's the best price? That's what the club's for, isn't it? Friendly advice and help, especially if you're a member, Forward Side Valve Owners Club. They'll advise you if you go to the members page, and that's exactly what I'm going to do now. So where's my phone? Right then, hold tight. Okay, now we've done all that lot. You know, all our suspension's okay. We've put everything back together. Everything's nice and neat. Let's go around the block. I'll tell you what I did here. I'll make sure we got the handbrake on before I do it. Yeah, the handbrake's on good. Well, I'll tell you what I did here. I had a little backfire down the carburetor. I don't know if that's because I've been giving it some gas. Let's have a look. Let's do an investigation. What's you doing to me, Annie? Sounds sweet enough. Have a listen. Well, nothing wrong there. Well, there probably is. But I don't think any of these cars are perfect. I don't think they're meant to be. That's as good as it's going to get. Anyway, thank you for watching this little video of Four Wheels Wobble. Please don't forget to subscribe and put a like. That's always good. And please check out some of my other videos as well, because you never know, you might like some of them. But anyway, from Four Wheels Wobble and Annie, see you later. Bye. And there. That's not good, is it? I just found that. And it had a bit of oil on it as well. You see it? I just found that here. Okay, we get the odd bit of oil every now and then, but are there any more? Alright then. Wonder what? That's come out of. Can't be the bearings, they're all taper bearings. That's come out of something. Alright, answers on a postcard. Let's see what falls off next. So you know it's never good when you find ball bearings under near where your gearbox is, and then it gets you worried. It's never good to find components, is it, Kira? Never good. That means you've been working on your car and it makes you worry. But I found the culprit. The pump jack that we was using to jack the car up. If you look over this side, you see that? I love it when you solve a mystery, because that ball bearing was exactly where the pump jack was. So there you go. They run on little ball bearings underneath there to keep that spinning, to help it along. And this side, as you can see, it's had some damage in the past. There you go, completely loose. And if you look in there, and if you can see, so it looks like I can get you in a bit closer, you can see the ball bearings. You see them? Well, that's my definite theory, that one of them, it's exactly the same size, one of them has fallen out because that's dodgy. So, mystery solved. See, if you subscribe to Four Wheels Wobble, we always get to the end of things, don't we, Kira? Yes, we do. Right, thank you for watching, and please subscribe to Four Wheels Wobble. Bye.